You guys, make sure you guys check out G Fuel this week. From today all the way till Thursday, code OGXRAYZ gives you 30% off. Best time to try it out and try out all the flavors. Link down below. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Fortnite video. Now, today I'm going to be showing you guys every Christmas tree location in the new winter update in the 1.11 update. Now, there's going to be multiple trees around the island, the entire island, and the benefits of going to these trees is going to be the ability to get a chest. Now, most of these trees usually have anywhere from 0 to 3 chests. Now, sometimes you can get really unlucky, end up going to a Christmas tree and there are absolutely no chests under it, which would really suck. I had in one occasion where I was going to these locations where I was making this video where there was literally no chest under there. So I just want to warn you guys, some of these might have 0, but most of the time they were on average 2, sometimes 3 if you were really lucky. So you get chests, they give you some really cool items, and it's a great way for you to get a leg up on the competition, especially if there are 2 or 3 chests nearby. Now, the downside obviously is going to be that everyone tries to go to these trees, so you need to be careful. If you see someone closer to the tree than you are, then just back off. Don't even try to engage because you will get absolutely destroyed. So high risk, high reward is the name of the game. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to be showing you guys the location on the map as well as shooting down and showing you guys where exactly in each location they can be found. So we're going to go starting off from Pleasant Park. Now, Pleasant Park is located just to the left of Loot Lake. You guys can see on the map. Now, this one is a pretty active spot, so I would recommend only going here if you're really going to be playing with squads or something like that. It's pretty crazy. You definitely don't want to go in there. It's one of the more populated areas, but the tree is located right around the center of this location. Now, the next location is going to be located in Loot Lake. Now, there's actually 2 islands in Loot Lake. One is the house. The other one's more of just like a little mini island, if you want to call it that. On the mini island, you will find yourself another Christmas tree location. This one, not too many people show up to it, so this is a good one for if you're playing solo or even with squads. Honestly, I would say mostly solo or duos because depending on how many chests you get there, it could be a pretty bad situation. But it is a location where you can take your time. You don't need to worry too much because not a lot of people go here. And if people do go to Loot Lake, it's usually to go to the house and not so much that little second island. So there you go. This is actually a pretty good location for duos and solo. I would say it's pushing it for squads, so definitely a pretty good spot. All right, so the next one is going to be in Anarchy Acres. Now, this is another location that can either be abandoned or pretty active. I would say it's most of the time pretty active, so you want to be pretty careful. This one is usually found near the edge of Anarchy Acres, so this one's a location where a lot of people seem to show up when it comes to solo. And squads, usually I don't really see a lot of people here, but in solo, I would highly recommend you're pretty careful. Once again, when you're paragliding down or parachuting down, make sure that you are super careful and you're paying attention to your surroundings. And I would highly recommend at any of these locations that you guys keep an eye out and grab the stuff as quick as you can. If you drop down there and you waste time like looking and sorting through stuff, someone could come up right behind you and steal your gun and kill you, so you want to be quick. So the next location going in a circular area is going to be Wailing Woods. Now, this one is not the center. It's actually going to be towards the end of Wailing Woods. Now, right in the middle in a pretty unknown location. Not a lot of people know about this one, so this is actually a pretty good one to jump off right the bat, whether it's solo, squad, or duos. So definitely recommend Wailing Woods. Is one of those where it's pretty low key, and then after that you can just run towards Tomato Town if you need any more loot chests. But it's a pretty good location. Not a lot of people go over here, so it's definitely a great one to kind of jump into if you don't want to get pretty hectic pretty quick. So definitely one of the easier locations to go to just outside of Wailing Woods. Give it a shot, and I think you guys will find that it's a pretty cool location to go with. Alright, so the next one is actually going to be just under that one at Retail Road. Now, this one I feel is a little bit busier. This can definitely also be a location that can get pretty dead, but I would say most of the time it's medium activity. It's not super crazy busy, it's not super dead, but most of the time you'll find a few people here. And obviously the Christmas tree is more towards the middle of this area, so you definitely also want to be a little bit careful in this one when you're shooting down to make sure that there's not a lot of people around. And if there are plenty of houses that you can go into and then kill them and scavenge the items that they got from the Christmas tree. So if you are pretty confident in your gun skill and your aim, then I would say it's still a pretty good place to go to, even if someone does beat you to the tree. All right, so we got 3 left. The third to last one is going to be in Fatal Fields. Now, this one is another one of those that's a little bit ambiguous. Most of the time, in my opinion, it's pretty empty. Usually, depending on where the battle bus is coming from, that is usually where you want to pay attention to, because if the battle bus is coming right towards that first part of the map, towards it, like if you were coming from, say, E7 or, you know, the southern part, and you're right automatically on top of Fatal Fields, then I would say maybe not go here. The activity usually depends on how close the battle bus is towards this location when you're starting into the map. So if you're coming in straight into Fatal Fields, I would say avoid that one because it's going to get pretty fast. But usually if you're not coming directly into Fatal Fields with the battle bus, then usually you're pretty good. You're usually pretty good to go, and it's going to be pretty empty. But if you're coming in towards it right from the get-go, I would say avoid it and go to one of the other locations. But Fatal Fields, this one's pretty easy to spot. It's right nearly in the middle of the whole action, and it's pretty wide open, so you need to be a little bit more careful with this one. Not a lot of cover, but definitely still a Christmas tree, and hopefully you're able to get some pretty good chests down on the bottom. All right, so another one in that same ambiguous situation is going to be Flush Factory. Now, this is the only location where I went to, and I got 0 chests, so I got really unlucky with this one. But the location, again, is one of those where not a lot of people go here normally, but if the battle bus is headed in the direction of the Flush Factory right off the get-go, I would say avoid this one because a lot of people might just jump straight up. You guys already saw, anytime you're going onto the island, people can't wait to jump down, and they jump down half the time as soon as they are able to. So if it's Flush Factory, I would say avoid it, go to somewhere else. But if you are not, then it's a pretty cool location. Not a lot of people go to it, and you'll probably have a whole Christmas tree to yourself, which is pretty awesome. So there we go. That is the Flush Factory location. And then the final location is going to be to the northwest of this in Greasy Grove. This one's definitely going to be one of those that is pretty active most of the time, so you want to be pretty careful when you're going to this one. You'll probably find a few people here, but again, if you're one of the first ones, you're going to have a weapon, and especially if you have 3 or 4 people with you at any of these locations and they're coming down at the same time, if you're the first one, you're guaranteed to just absolutely wreck these guys. So you want to be quick. If you're not going to be first, back off, go to a house, get a shotgun, do something so that you can avoid into a one-on-one gunfight with this guy who has a gun, and he probably won't. So definitely another one of those locations that can be pretty active. But if you go in there and you see there's just not a lot of people, or if you feel like going there and you notice not a lot of people, you have a lot of different options still where you can go down to Flush Factory, or you can try to go somewhere a little bit further up like Pleasant Park. So it really depends on how busy or how many people you see while you're paragliding down. So anyways, that is all of the locations for the Christmas trees in the new Fortnite winter update. We're definitely going to be checking. There's a lot of different areas that I'm shocked that there was no Christmas tree at so far, like Dusty Depot, Tomato Town, Salty Springs, or even Moisty Mire. Like, I thought there would be trees over there, but there were not. So I think they maybe did this so that you wouldn't have too many people going to the trees. Maybe some of you guys weren't aware that there are little loot chests under each one of these trees. Most of the time you can still get screwed like I did at the Flush Factory, but most of the time you're going to find some loot and some chests under there. So definitely go to these locations if you want to start off pretty easy with some legendary and some pretty cool stuff. Again, depending on your luck. Maybe you have terrible luck like me, but I actually found myself getting some pretty good stuff, even like the bushes, getting some really good weapons, getting an armor. So it definitely is a location you want to go to, and depending on your luck might really set you up for the long game. So definitely check out these locations. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. Hopefully it does help you guys out, and now you guys know every single Christmas tree location you can go and pick and choose, and you know, go to a busy one if you want action, or go to a slower one if you guys want to just hoard the whole thing to yourself. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you guys do drop a like on the video. It is very much appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, if you enjoy Fortnite gameplay, content, tips, info, and more, then obviously make sure you guys do subscribe, and you turn on notifications by hitting that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. If you guys want to go above and beyond and support the channel directly, feel free to join my sponsor squad. It's $5 a month. You get exclusive content like early videos, exclusive videos, special badges that you can show off in the comment section. So if you guys want to, check that out, only if you are willing and able to do it. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. We got a ton of Fortnite content coming up on the channel, and also I've already posted a ton. I'm just really loving this game, and I wanted to share some of the stuff that I found that could help you guys out a little bit. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, best place to talk, always on there. And if you guys want to, I also do have a gaming channel and a second channel, links to those down below. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, check out my gaming channel. Peace.